What's up? This Carcino here, not the imposters. Now, this one was told to me, so this is folk legend. Many of you probably know it in that area, what I'm saying, but the rest of the industry don't know the story. So here we go. This is the truth behind the beef between Jay Z and a rapper named Theme. People probably scratching their heads right now. It's a local rapper named Theme. Now, this was told to me, and this is definitely legendary. So I said, you gotta hear it. Been waiting to tell y'all this. Now, back when Jay was coming up and everything, they were hustling in different areas in VA, B-more, all these places. And anyway, long story short, Jay, sorry, Jay had started, hitting the rhyme scene and blowing up that way, but they had a lot of ties out near Maryland, mainly Tata. Tata has some ties out there in Maryland. So Tata and Jay was that's supposed to be Jay Z's right hand man, and he was hyping it everywhere. Like Jay's gonna blow up, Jay gonna be this. He was the biggest hype man there was. So everybody know Tata gonna hype it. So obviously things started to shift and change. Jay dropped Reasonable Doubt, is doing what it's doing. Then, you know, Volume 1 come out, big pass. Jay's a known name now. People know Jay-Z. Then Volume 2 come out. And it's just storming right now. So when Jay do a show or perform and Hard Knock Life is ruling, Jay is like the biggest name in rap at this time, running it. During this time, Tata sees an old friend or somebody who knew him. It's like, yo, what's up, Ty? Named Theme. He from Maryland. And he was like, yo, man, here's my tape. Yo, man, yo, such and such hit me, and yeah, he know you, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's my man. Tell Jay, man, hey, look at me, man. I'm ready. So he was like, "Oh yeah, man, I got you." He was like, "Yo, man, look, if you need a little something, dog, we'll hit you up with some paper. Like, there you go. Like, you gonna be good. You some paper, man, for you to give it to Jay. I got you. Tell me what you need. Make the introduction." So he was, "Oh man, no, you ain't got to do that. We good, we good, we good. No, I got that." So he gave him his demo tape or whatever, and that was in there. It was gone. Now nothing really moves for about a couple of months. Then Jay Z just happened to be in town or near town or wherever. I don't know where exactly they was at. So let me just put it that way. All I know is he battled Jay Z outside of a restaurant or a bar or whatever they was. And I don't know if it was a major battle like him and Jay going back and forth. But when it was over, apparently from everybody telling me Theme won. Like he just dumb, he destroyed Jay Z. I don't know if Jay was really rapping against this guy trying to beat him or not, because the next statement don't really make sense. Because then it's like, okay, Jay was like, "Come walk to my car with me." So he walked over to the ride with Jay. Jay was in a van, and Jay went over to the van, got into the van, and told the dude, "Look, I'm gonna be here. Come by the hotel, and we could wrap it up and da da da. da. Cause dude still spit. He wanted to do the rap as they went to the van. So as he goes to the van, he tells dude, "Look, Here's the number, blah, 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 this and that. So dude was like, bet. Dude comes to the hotel. Tata, like, oh yeah, Jay, this is my man's I was telling you about. He's like, yeah, man, we gotta sign him, baby. We gotta bring him in. And he was like, yeah, I heard him. Yeah, yeah. He remind me of Nas. You like Nas, don't you? Yeah. So he told him his name was Theme. So I guess that's what he does, story raps. That's my assumption. I don't know the man. So his name was Theme. All I know is after this, he came back to the hotel. He had brought his girl with him. And his girl supposed to have been drop dead, gorgeous. And dude is like young dude trying to get in the game. She's young. She's like 18, 19. She's meeting Jay and all these other people who was at the hotel. And all of a sudden things went a certain way where dude had a contact number to meet up with Jay and it never happened. And from that point on, he couldn't get in contact with Jay. He was trying to get in contact with Tata. Nobody would answer his calls. Then all of a sudden, his girl, who supposedly got her number from Jay, apparently she was on the tour. Like Jay had hit her up, or somebody hit her from Jay phone telling her where to meet. And she was creeping out and wasn't telling him. So I don't even know how this was transpiring. But whatever this was happening back then. So she was like, yeah, I can come meet up with y'all and smoke. And so she smelled smoking with Meth, Bleed, Beans, all them, chilling with them, talking and kicking it. And she went back and she had a good time and was like, oh, Jay was so chill. So she feeling herself because she rapped too. And was like, yeah, because they thinking about signing a female artist. And they looking more towards me than you. And he was like, oh, he must have heard my song I got on there with us. But it only worked if it's me and you doing the song. And the song that they got was Bonnie and Clyde. And that was the song on there, Bonnie and Clyde. And it was a story rap of like them doing robberies. And she was all gangstered out with her rhyme and she was fly, but she was more gangsterish. So next thing you know, Foxy Brown album comes out and it got Bonnie and Clyde Part 2. And the hook is apparently this guy's theme's hook, which probably wouldn't surprise a lot of people. But the Bonnie and Clyde thing, would you ride for me? Like a robbery, sounds like Bonnie and Clyde to me. That was his. He had never gotten in contact with Ty, never gotten in contact with them, so he was salty. Plus, he's a street dude, and he know the dude that know Ty, and he was putting pressure on them to get up with Ty. Man, you better find Ty, get Ty on that phone or whatever, and tell him I heard the song, I know what they did, and was like, look, man, tell dude to chill, man. We got him, man. It's a lot of red tape, this and that. So next time he's saying, man, look, I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come back here. Because now a girl felt like she got played. Going back, trying to tell them all her ideas and all that. Like they was just brain raping her for Foxy Brown's second album. So she felt like she got played. So dude was like, next time I see him, it's on. So they had a show at a such and such place. And he shot at the tour bus and all this stuff. And apparently nobody was hit, nothing was happening. It was a apparent shooting at the tour bus, and they're accumulating that to theme. Now, who all knows if that's true or not? but that's what they saying. I gotta tell it to you like it was told to me. So he's, even though they're in another town, they just decided, let's go shooting at the two of us, man, and nothing happens. Nobody gets hit, nothing happens. So anyway, that's long story short. Then the rumors come out that she was sleeping around with Jay-Z, his girl. So him and the girl get into it. She said these are lies. It never happened. And the people in the hood's like, man, Tata said she was getting down with, and like they was tossing her up. You know, they was playing money cash holes and she was getting down. So they ended up getting into an altercation, and he ended up like shooting her with the gun. He was pointing at her. She didn't die, but apparently he shot her in like the leg or whatever. She didn't die, but he went to jail for assault, domestic violence, gun, all of that. Did a couple years, came out. Career, he wasn't even in the rap game no more. Got back into some street stuff and was shot down. So the rapper's not around no more. Now, this is apparently the story he was telling these guys. So if this is true and he's telling it, this is a story from beyond the grave of a rapper y'all may have known, the very few people who know him, as Theme. How accurate and true this is, I would have no idea. I don't really know too many people from Maryland. So it's your boy Carcino. I'm out.